Recently, someone uploaded one of my YouTube shorts on their channel. They used the entire video. They didn't ask permission. I filed a copyright claim after I got a notification from YouTube of this copyright infringement. This person filed a counterclaim. Unless I sue them, YouTube will likely reinstate the video. So this got me thinking. And this isn't a call-out video. I'm not going to name names or anything like that. I just want to talk about where the line is. So copyright, when you create something original, you own the copyright, okay? And the default isn't anyone can use this. The default is that if you have the copyright, permission to use it is required. But then there's fair use, okay? Fair use is an exception. So fair use is when you take someone else's content and you transform it in some way. You add value in some way. You do something different to it in some way. So you have criticism, commentary, news, parody, all that stuff. Totally valid, fair use, right? It's a valid thing. However, you also have a lot of people, a lot of creators who just take someone else's content, play the entire clip, maybe add a few words, maybe add an emoji, maybe go, oh, and then move on to the next clip, and they monetize that, okay? And they call that fair use. They're not transforming it in some way. They're not adding value. That is arguable. So is this really fair use? So my short that they used, it was over a minute long. They played it in full, no interruptions. They didn't stop, analyze, comment. They just played the whole thing in full. And then the guy said a few words at the end of that and then played someone else's clip. And another one, and another one. And all of his videos are like this, clip after clip after clip, minimal commentary in between, big YouTube channel, presumably monetized, okay? So they did this, and their counterclaim, I get the email, it actually says, it states right there, he's not proving fair use, he's just saying, oh, it's fair use. I made a comment, I commented after the video. He even said in his counterclaim that the commentary was after the video, okay? And they believe that that's fair use. Maybe a court would agree, maybe they wouldn't, right? But YouTube doesn't decide this. YouTube at this point just steps back. And I've never dealt with this before. This surprised me because I've had a number of videos used by other people, and then I get the notification from YouTube, hey, someone else is using your content. Here you can ask, request to have that content removed, right? And I've done the, requested the takedown notice every single time because every single time it's been not fair use. It's been someone just stringing together a whole bunch of clips from different people, claiming it as their own, not transforming it, or it'll be a reaction channel where all they do is they play a whole bunch of clips and go, oh, and that's it. Okay, that's not transforming it, that's not adding value. So YouTube has taken it down, end of story. This is the first time someone has filed a counterclaim. Okay, and what really surprised me is how the burden shifts to the original creator. The onus is on me, the original creator, or whatever original creator, to then take that person to court. The onus is not on the person arguing fair use to prove that it's fair use. It's on the original creator whose content was taken without permission. Okay, so if you want the video taken down, you have to take it to court. And most independent creators, most small creators cannot afford that. So it stops there, right? Then this guy in his description of the video, and I'm assuming he does this in all of his videos as his disclaimer, is, hey, anyone whose video I use, and he uses a lot. He uses like, 20, 30 clips, more. In his description, it's, hey, if I used your video, reach out to me, here's my email, and I'll give you credit. Reach out if you want credit. So again, the onus is on the original creator to have to beg for credit for their original content. Okay, credit's fine, credit's great, but that's not how copyright works. Permission is something entirely different. So let's forget for now what is legal and not legal. Let's forget about that. Let's talk about what's respectful. Okay, ask yourself this, if you create a channel of entirely original content, how would you feel if someone took your videos and used them without permission? Would that feel respectful to you? In martial arts, we talk a lot about respect, and respect isn't just bowing to your sensei or, to other students, bowing before you step on the mat, taking your shoes off before entering the dojo, showing up to class on time. Respect is about valuing someone else's effort, valuing someone else's hard work. So someone who spends possibly hours and hours and hours creating a video and you just take it, is that respectful? Like, shouldn't that matter? Someone's effort that went into that original piece of content? So, and I'm not saying that reaction videos shouldn't exist. I'm not saying that every use requires permission. Fair use absolutely has its place. I'm just saying, I think we've drifted into this culture where creators think that they can use any piece of content. They just have the right. They assume they can use someone else's work. And then the responsibility falls on the original creator to deal with it. The original creator has to deal with the consequences after. If the original creator doesn't like it, it's up to them to pursue it. but anyone feels justified in using that original content. So I think there's a difference between what is legally arguable and what's actually respectful. And in this case, when fair use is really iffy, there's nothing transformative or valuable added to this, that feels disrespectful to me. So honestly, what do you think? Like, I want to know what you think. Where's the line? Where's the line between reacting and theft? Reacting and just taking someone's content and boom, there you go. Where's the line there? And where should it be?